We love it. My next guest, one of the top linebackers in the NFL, one of the best at what he does, Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. So he's the best on the field and off it, and host of the Trenches podcast, coming into my world a little bit, Zaire Franklin. How are you?
I'm good, Kay. Appreciate you having me on.
You're just going to say you're good? If you're good, then what am I? Amazing new commitments to you all around. The Colts sign you to a new 3-year deal. You get married this offseason. Just good?
Yeah. No, I mean, look, it's that time of year. We about to report on Wednesday, so I'm just, before my energy gets all riled up, before all the trash talk get going, I'm in my zen. I did some yoga this morning. You know what I mean? I got good chi flowing through me today, so.
Will you do yoga during the season as well? How is that part of your world?
I've something I actually thought about. I know a couple of guys, they do the whole private instructor.
Yeah.
Get her to come through on an off day and maybe get some work. It's a good way to, stay flexible, stay limber. That's how you stay explosive for the most part. So.
Do you think a married Zaire Franklin will being married take you to another level? Look at this. Look at your beautiful wife.
Yeah, my queen. No, House Franklin, first of her name. But what I was about to say, I definitely feel like being married is definitely different than being like in a relationship or being engaged. But it's something that I take full ownership of. I mean, she's been with me, my entire career from my freshman year of college, throughout Syracuse. So. She, helps make sure I'm eating right, getting good sleep and, holds me accountable on and off the field about, playing good and putting my shoes where they're supposed to be. So I guess that's what a wife's supposed to do. So.
Yeah, well, when your face is glowing up like it is when talking about Candace, I feel like there's another level to your game that we're going to see. Take me into the wedding. Any NFL friends, anybody from our circles that we would know who was there?
For sure, definitely had, the guys, Bobby Okereke, Zach Pascal, obviously EJ was there.
Yeah.
That's my brother. Definitely a few teammates, throughout the years. I guess probably the most famous person, we had DJ Premier DJ it, and then Joe Button obviously was there. That's my guy, so he pulled up in a nice suit too. Joe had a good suit on, by the way, so let me give a shout out to Joe.
Joe was at your wedding?
Yeah, Joe Button, that's my guy. Yeah, shout out to the JVP.
I don't know that. You play it, Zaire, you play it very cool. Yeah, I'm fine. I just signed a big deal. I got married. I'm ready to, have another all-pro-esque season. I just Joe Button at my wedding. No big deal. That's amazing. Let's talk about the deal. When you get that, what does it do to you as a player? And what sort of does it reset a standard for you in any way?
I definitely think it definitely gives you a different peace of mind. It's funny, I was just talking to my mentor earlier today about just all the different things that I felt like I was trying to fight through, this time last year. One of those main things was, just knowing that we were coming into year 2 of a deal that, was really outdated and wasn't serving us anymore. Thankfully, the Colts, Chris Ballard and Mr. Irsay and everybody else. Shout out to Drew Rosenhaus, the money team, like I say. I call it the money team because we get the deals done. But I'm just thankful that we was able to get that done. It didn't get ugly. We were respectful of each other's time. Definitely seeing how everybody else's situation been playing out in the league. I'm just glad I got that done. And I can keep the main thing and, focus on football. So it's a blessing.
I think that's really good perspective because things can get messy. And I like Chris
Indeed.
Ballard. I think he's a bit of a straight shooter. He's a fun guy to be around a little bit. But you earned it was easy because you earned it. I think it was like a slam dunk. We don't have to sit here and, and talk about whether or not I deserve the money. You set the Colts franchise single season tackle record in back-to-back years, not once but twice, right? So last season, you were on pace, my friend, to break the NFL record of 214 games before missing one due to injury. How much thought have you given that record as you head into this season?
Man, playing, every game is obviously something that means a lot to me. I broke down when I realized I wasn't going to be able to go that Sunday against the Panthers. It was my first missed game since high school. I had broke a pinky my senior year, and the doctor wouldn't clear me. against a big-time rival, I was still pissed. DJ Moore was on the other team. He ended up going for like 10 catches, 250 and something. I'm like, man, I should have been out there. But no, so obviously it's something I care about. The tackles thing is, it's a dope thing. I feel like, my first linebacker coach, he told us that, a linebacker's job is to hit the ball every play. So that's just what I try to do. But, I think and I know it's another level to my game. I've been working all summer. I can't wait to put it on tape this year.
How many Pro Bowls do you have?
Not enough.
How many?
I got 0.
What is that? I said all pro-esque. I said all pro-esque, and pardon me, but while you were answering one of the questions, I Googled all pro, and I just saw that. Nada and nada. What do you think that is? Let me just remind the world, 167 tackles in 22, 179 in 23, never a Pro Bowl or an all-pro nod.
Okay, I mean, listen, I understand, how the league goes. I wasn't a day 1, day 2 pick. I was a 7th round guy. I wasn't a day 1 starter. I'm a special teamer. That's a stripe that I still wear on my jacket very proudly. So I'm not supposed to win. I'm not supposed to be where I am. So, I understand that comes with adversity, but to be honest with you, I've never been picked. So I'm not going to take it personal. I'm going to just keep proving everybody wrong.
I feel like maybe people are late to catch on or something. I know you got, the Fred Warners, you love Fred, you got the Roquans, like they do their thing, but for you to not have a single Pro Bowl is actually insane. Like that's not cool. I don't know that. I'm glad I asked you, but the fact that you use it for motivation makes me happy, and I can't wait to see what you do to the rest of the division and everybody. Okay, let's see. I wanted to get to let's see. I wanted to get to the Texans stuff. You ended last season, right? You have the loss to the Texans. Why are you laughing?
Because the Texans is a funny situation, but go ahead.
Why?
Huh?
Why is it funny?
No, you go ahead. What about the Texans? Great team, great players.
Oh, God.
Good guys. I like the head coach. I'm a fan of D'Amico.
Good. A lot of people are. They knock you out of playoff contention. You obviously. Why are you laughing? Talk to me.
I mean, you speaking facts. That's what happened. That's the truth. So.
Why is it funny?
It's okay.
Why is it? What is the? Tell me. What's the state of the union there? What do you feel when I say Texans? Where does your head go?
Oh, well, you said they knocked us out of playoff contention, so it's just, you got to laugh to keep from crying, So I'm still grieving. That's probably what it is.
Well, you have
But it moves on Wednesday, though. Wednesday's a new year, so.
Wednesday's a new year, and then you get to sort of get it out of your system real quick because you have them opening the season. You have a rematch. So, I mean, how personal is it?
How personal is it? Everybody's personal. Everybody's on the hit list. We looking forward to it. Week 1 at home. I'm excited to get out there back in Lucas Oil with the guys. Looking forward to seeing Anthony out there. He was killing it. He was ripping it all spring. I just saw all my boys out in LA. The whole offense getting together. Pitt, JT, Downs, young AD. Them boys looking good. Them boys looking explosive. So I'm just ready for us to all put it on tape, man. I think nobody really thinks much of us, but I think we got a lot to prove from top to bottom. So, week 1 is what it is, and it really don't matter. Nameless faces at this point. Whoever decides to line up on us in a different color, everybody gets hit, so it don't really matter.
Nameless faces. Zaire, I wish I could, like when you can go in your text and search a word? I would love to. I'm sure you've got group texts with all the guys that you mentioned that you're excited to see Wednesday. I'd like to just put in Texans, CJ Stroud, whatever, and see what comes up, because there's no way y'all haven't been talking about this all offseason based on how you're being right now. This is a real thing.
I mean, for sure. I mean, I think it's definitely something that's been, built up, something that's been going on. There's been some back and forth. Like I said, I bumped into a few of them in my run-ins, and that went how it went. But, as much as respect, hate, whatever you want to call in between, that we may share for each other, or maybe it's just me, there's really nothing else to talk about because, we got a due date. So, at that point, it ain't really much to talk about. We just got to go do.
Yeah. CJ Stroud had things to talk about. He's talked about them on his podcast, of course. I don't know if you've heard this yet. It was the $1 Million Worth a Game podcast. Let's take a listen.
But, like, a lot of dudes come to these podcasts, like, oh, yeah, I'm coming to hit. I'm going to hit CJ in his face. I'm going to get him next year. Why didn't you do something? Like, where I'm from, we say, why didn't you do something where you was mad at? You was mad right there, man. Do something. Right. You could have made hella plays, bro. You could have made plays, dog. Right. You could have shut me up right there, but you didn't. Right. So what makes you think you're going to do it now? And if you do, I'm going to come back, bro, for real. Like, this ain't for no play, bro. I'm like, come on, man.
Got him in that mode.
Got me
What do you think?
Got him in that mode, huh? What you think?
He said, what makes you think you can do it now? Can you answer that?
What makes I think I can do it now?
He said, what makes you think you can do it now? You couldn't do it then. Like when he's doing, I don't know. I just can't wait for week 1. Can I go to this game? It's in Indy. Let's go.
I mean, first off, what I will say is, and shout out to Gillian Wallow, $1 million worth of game. 2 Philly guys. I mean, they keep letting non-Philly dudes go in there and talk crazy about me, though. I do feel a little way about that. Me and Gilly really from the same neighborhood. That's the first time somebody else just said my name on that show for whatever weird reason. But no, I mean, look, I don't know. Did you think he sounded tough on that? Like, did that scare? Did that
I don't really
make
understand
it.
Is he trying to sound tough? Like, I don't know.
I mean, he got look. He was turned up. But look, this is what I'm gonna say. Winners get to talk. Winners get to go and they run. You know what I mean? He won. They Texans won. So everything that gets to come with that comes with that. You know what I mean? When you win a game, you get to say whatever you want. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
rightfully so.
I would say, Zaire, it's not like they swept you. Like y'all won one of those games. Didn't you win the first game?
Oh yeah, we got after them that first game for sure.
Know.
Yeah, I think he fumbled and a bunch of other stuff. But
so they're 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, look, but look, it's one-on-one ball back up top, man. So look, week 1 is going to be a great game. Obviously, they made some great additions. They're a good team, well-coached team, all that other good stuff. So, but we well-coached too.
Yeah,
so,
you gave love to their podcast. How about your podcast? You mentioned EJ being at your wedding. EJ Speed, fellow linebacker. It's amazing, and I would like to sort of know all about it. It's called The Trenches. What is it like to sort of be on the mic like that? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's actually funny. Yeah, we got an episode today. EJ actually got a flight situation he got going on, all the computers and all that other stuff in Dallas.
Yeah.
Got my man all hemmed up. So, we got to get my man back in town. But it's great. Obviously we get on here, get to talk about everything, sports, culture, obviously football, obviously the Colts. So it's cool having your own platform, though. It's actually really dope, though. Shout out to the members out there. I feel like people be pulling me aside more about the trenches than the Colts lately. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I need to make some more plays.
How do you feel about it? How do you balance the two? It's a good question.
I think it's for me it's easy, just being your authentic self. You don't never really have to put on a front either way. So when I step into the trenches, I'm speaking from the heart. I'm speaking about where I'm from and what I believe in. So it's the same thing whether I'm in a locker room. It's the same thing when I'm on the field. It's the same thing when I run into these guys wherever we run into. They're gonna see me every single time. It's actually funny. I be running into people in public. They be like, man, like on the field, you this and that, but off the field, you actually pretty cool. I'm like, I guess that's a part of it, though.
What do you like on the field? What do they say that you're like on the field?
I don't think pretty much anybody, but I don't think pretty much anybody likes me on the other team. Even though I can't say that, though, because the thing is about it, for every guy that I think I get under their skin, there's probably, for every 5 guys that I piss off, there's one player that we gain each other respect and we actually become real cool. So
like who? Who
as
are you
much
cool
as
with?
people I piss off.
Who gets to come on the podcast? Like who could you invite and they'd come on that's a competitor?
Well, first off, shout out to Max Crosby. So we got to get Max on. So shout out to Max. Shout out to his show too, because I know he's doing his thing. Shout out to Max. But I would say one person is Josh Jacobs for sure. A lot of respect for him. We played out Vegas in 22. I mean, we was at war. You know what I mean? It was one of them type situations. We was going back and forth. We was saying a whole lot of stuff that, you know, shouldn't be said on live television. But afterwards, it's the respect. You know what I mean? If you a real dog, when you run into another dog, you're gonna appreciate that mentality. You're gonna appreciate that hustle. If you're not a real dog, you're gonna run into a dog and get sensitive. So I think a lot of guys ain't real dogs. I saw Jerry West say something. Jerry West said, everybody want to be a dog, so he a wolf. I might get that tatted on me or something.
Wow. That is a lot. So CJ Stroud, what would it take for him to get?
I didn't say CJ. See, here you go, Kay. That's you. I did not say that. I did not say that.
Okay, so you're taking obviously like your personal life's a 10 out of 10 right now. Well, you got the Queen, you've got a new deal, a lot to prove. Like you for your like you want. I cannot wait for you to be out there week 1 to do your thing. You also have the media part handled. It's amazing. You're also a big gamer. I'm not. I don't know anything. All I see is this EA Sports College Football 25 all over the time. I'm like, I don't know. All weekend.
Best.
Yeah. It's been everywhere. You built Syracuse into like go what?
100%. We got to get the national championship.
So what's going on? What 3 teams would you absolutely never play as? That's what I need to know.
Oh, never play on NCAA?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm never playing Georgia. Georgia ain't never touching my schedule ever. They a whole situation on that, John. I probably wouldn't play Alabama because I love Milroe in person. I'm actually a fan of his game. Shout out to Jalen. And then who I wouldn't play, we got to build up, you know what I mean? So, like, I tried this. It's actually bad because I tried to schedule. I know you don't play, but you can make your own schedule. So I tried to put, like, Arizona week 1, right? They, like, ranked, like, 17th. You know, their rating is not that far off. So I get it. That NCAA is not easy, especially if you play on Heisman. So I like this. So Heisman is like the top level. That's like all mad. Like, you play on. That's like the hardest level. And like it's a little humbling. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. We started off the year 0-1, but we shaking back. We shaking back when I get some time. So I gotta make Syracuse a powerhouse. But them boys gonna be nice this year anyway. They got a good team.
You've got to build Syracuse into a national champion. I literally don't know what you just said. Like you just said a bunch of things and
look,
Heisman level.
All the guys out there know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They know the grind. Just know I'm on the grind.
Girls too, just not me. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. Zaire Franklin, congratulations on everything, including the Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee last year. I know you're only going to continue that and keep that going. And we love you. And you're one of those people where I feel like this could be on mute and your face says it all. And I like that about you. So Zaire Franklin, people might not like you on the field, but you're coming there week 1. Enjoy camp, and maybe we'll see you out there.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, Kay.